So for the past few weeks now, I've been looking for, new ways to improve my smart home technology. I thought finding me a smart lock from like a company overseas would be, very, I guess, valuable. But honestly, the one that I recently had, it wasn't all that, unfortunately. So therefore, I went ahead and started, searching on the market, and I found a brand new smart lock. And so far, having this thing implemented into the front door, it has been very reliable. And also on top of that, I found the battery life of this one right here staying very sustainable compared to, the previous one I did have. So this new smart lock that we do have now is going to be from a company called VEISE. And this smart lock right here definitely does have built-in Wi-Fi and also fingerprint scanning as well. And me personally, I love to have those two main features just because, one, the fingerprint is really an ease of use. Therefore, if you don't have time to type in your actual pin code, just go to place your finger down on the sensor and boom, the door is going to unlock and also lock back for you. This is definitely going to be handy, if anybody's like carrying groceries in the house. And like I said, you just can't keep on, stretching your hand around to type in different codes. Also on top of that, since I know it has built-in Wi-Fi, I know for a fact that there's going to be a lot of good features on the application side itself. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this smart lock, and I want to see if you guys may purchase this for your home as well. So the certain smart lock that I personally have is going to be the VEISE VE012W Smart Lock, and honestly, this right here comes in two different colorways. You got a satin nickel and then also black. I went ahead and got the satin nickel just because the door handle that we do have currently on the door that actually kind of matches it, even though this specific model did come with its own door handle, I should say, but we just didn't want to install that one for our door just because it was a little bit too much. Now, also on top of that, this lock right here does give us 6 different ways of unlocking. So one, you get to go ahead and use the app. We have our fingerprint. You have the pin code as well. Obviously, we still do have like our regular, key that we can utilize. And then we also do have an auto lock feature as well. So therefore, after you do unlock the door and you walk in the house, you can actually use the application to set up like a certain time, for, let's say, for instance, maybe like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, or you can even extend it out as long as I would say not as long as you want, but as long as the app has it on there, which may be like 120 seconds. I'll make sure I put my fact check down below for it. So that's cool as well to have that feature. And then the last one is going to be voice control. So having these 6 different ways gives you a ton of different opportunities to get inside of your house and also get out of your house, without having to do too much, hand control. And then it's pretty much a way to promote freedomness, basically. And that's what I really like about, having a smart lock in general. Now, in addition to having 6 different ways of actually unlocking the door, within the app and a couple other great features, this right here does actually have pretty good battery life, honestly. Now, this product right here does require you to use 8 different AA batteries. And honestly, I'm hoping that, this is not going to be a product that's going to like say, hey, every month or two, you're going to have to change me, and it's kind of crazy because I really don't use the door lock as much, it's very minimal just because we still do have a garage door where, the cars are coming in and out of. So therefore, using the front door is really like, for sharing access to like, family members, especially doing like events and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that the battery life on this device will be pretty good. And like I said, for the past week, it's been good. Even on the app itself, you are able to see at least like the battery bars, not the percentage, but you can see the bar usage on there. And let's go ahead and move over to the actual app itself then. So the device actually uses an app called KK Home app. And honestly, the app has a ton of different features on here, and you definitely will need to install this, to actually use the actual Wi-Fi built-in features. Just because, you want to go ahead and set up your PIN and also your fingerprint. And then if you do need to share access, you can definitely do so as well. So let's go and flip over real quick to the actual app itself. Let's go and see exactly what's going on with it. So once you guys do open up the app, we're right here on the home page. I've already got my device pretty set up, and honestly, setting up the device was really easy as well. And there's a lot of instructions with inside the box that's going to even help you out even more. But if we go ahead and take a look at our screen, we have our devices. I'm going to just go ahead and click on the front door now. And first thing you see is your battery life and also the Wi-Fi usage, and then also even the name of like where the door is at. So mine is obviously listed as front door. We have our battery percentage here, and this is what I was saying. We can't see the percentage wise, but you can at least see how many bars you do have. So therefore you can make, your judgment. Wi-Fi signals definitely look strong as well. And then we do have right in the middle of the lock button itself. I'm not going to press it right now because I'm actually not at that location right now, but at least we know the front door is locked. Now, if you guys look at the bottom, we do have our activity center here, and pretty much this right here is going to show us everything that's been happening, such as like, who's been unlocking it. Well, not who has been unlocking the door, but the door has been unlocked and what method has been used as well. So as you see, we have manually locked. It shows a key. That's just because somebody's inside the house locking it physically like that. And then also on top of that, you can actually see that the front door was locked by a son. What that means is that once you set up a PIN code, you can actually go ahead and let's say, for instance, like name the actual PIN itself. And mine is listed as son on here. So therefore I enter the PIN code and boom, it's there. Now we also do have the fingerprint icon on here as well. That's just because, you know, hey, I did set up my fingerprint there as well, and boom, it's showing me everything cool. So I like the fact that we do have the activity log there, and it actually give you the dates as well and the timestamps also. Now backing out the activities, if we go down to pin code, this is what I was talking about. If you go ahead and hit this plus icon up here, we have several different options that we can use. One is going to be permanent. We have a reoccurring and duration of one time. Obviously, permanent means, you know, if this is somebody that lives in the household, for instance, that's my parents' house, so I go in and out the house, so therefore I'm gonna have me a permanent code. But if you need a reoccurring one, this is like for Airbnb. So, you know, if you do want to use this, if you do have an Airbnb or even short-term tenants, housekeeping workers, all that good stuff, you can set them up with a reoccurring one. And I believe you can actually set up timestamps as well for it, and also what days, which that is crazy good. It is helping us out, you know, playing more security. Even for the duration as well, this is even more, in my opinion, just helping out with, you know, like Airbnb wise, I should say, because now if they book your Airbnb, you get to set the time where, you know, the unit would be available for them, and then also end it as well so they can't come back in it. Moving forward as well, we got the last time, which is a one-time code. I mean, I didn't mean to show y'all that, but it's a one-time code on there that's actually kind of cool. That's on there, so we'll get that refreshed and whatever. But the one-time code, it looks like it's just for housekeeping workers again and letting agencies. So I don't know who does at this day and age, you know, letting people in and out the house. But, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so I do have a PIN code currently set up. As you see, it does say PIN code 00. My name is on there somewhere, but I guess it's not going to show on here, which that's all good. But back in all of that, let's go ahead and head over to fingerprint. This is where we get to set up the fingerprint section itself. And honestly, you will need to be at the location to do so. But if we went ahead and hit the plus sign, you'll get greeted with this message right here to send add fingerprint. And then once you hit next, it's going to begin the process of scanning your fingerprint, which I believe I had to tap it like 8 times, which that was pretty cool. Also inside of settings as well, if we look on here, if I can click it, this right here is just pretty much going to give you more information about the device itself. But also on top of that, this is how you do turn on the auto lock feature. So clicking on that, this is what we're saying. You get to change the duration. We can go up to all the way up to 3 minutes. So I had mine set to like 30 seconds, but I'm gonna go ahead and put mine to like 10 seconds, obviously, just to be on the safe side. And you can turn that feature on and off if you choose to. Backing out of that section as well, if you want to go ahead and set up a master code, this is just a master code, you know, just in case if anything does fail. I currently have that set up as well. And also you can change your time settings, notifications, and the one-touch locking as well. And then also get some more device information. Obviously, you know, just the basics. So with that being said, let's back all the way out again, going back to the front page of the app. This is one of the features where I think that is pretty beneficial, where it says sharing access. So basically you get to share devices with your family, friends, or visitors. You can also set device permissions for them. Now, me personally, I'm not for sure on how, you know, this would, I guess, go, just because I feel like that, you know, if I want family to come over, that I can just set them up with like a PIN code, you know, almost. But I think that this is saying like, they get, well, yeah, here we go right here. It says for family access, they get to view device status and activities and also manage the device settings. So basically it's like sharing access with that. So basically if you're a couple, like a husband and wife, or, you know, whatever you may be at home, you know, if let's say for instance, the first party, they set up the app and then they need to share with the second party so they can, you know, manually add things to it, then they can do that themselves instead of having to go to party, you know, the first person. So that's pretty cool as well. You also do have guest access as well. I think this is still going to be cool for Airbnb as well. And then I guess the last thing we do have on the app is just pretty much going to be your profile right here. This right here is like for the support. I don't know where they got a photo album on here. I mean, look, I don't think they got, you know, I don't think they got nothing on there for you, you know. But you do have account security where you get to go ahead and change some couple things that on there. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes down to using the actual KK Home app. And like I said, I think it's pretty good. I think that the whole entire system that we have here is going to be very usable and also very beneficial to anybody. Like I said, specifically for people that have Airbnbs, I would definitely say, I would definitely recommend to use some of these settings because it makes the most sense, you know. Also on top of that, I mean, this is a budget-friendly smart lock as well, so therefore you're not going to be breaking the bank for it at all. You know, some people, they charge almost $300 to have settings like this, which is just, it's insane at that point, you know. So knowing that you can go ahead and pick up a smart lock like this under $200, I mean, hey, that's definitely kind of beneficial in my opinion. But yeah, so I think that this Vice, smart lock is definitely going to be beneficial for me. I'm looking forward to, obviously monitoring it more as far as battery life usage. And then also just trying to see, what else can we really do for it and how many like the features that I would personally use. Like I said, if you are using Airbnb, this smart lock is definitely going to be beneficial. Some companies, they like to charge over $300 to $500 for a smart lock that has these features. Knowing that you can pick up this smart lock right here for under $200, I think it's very beneficial. It's cost effective as well. And also on top of that, for a fact that you're going to have the proper amount of security, especially knowing that you get a master pin code. And also on top of that, you get to set up a pin code for like reoccurring or duration or even a one-time code that you guys seen earlier. So let me know what you guys think about this Vice smart lock. Would you guys go pick it up? And I will make sure I leave this product down below in the bio. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.